Everybody to the Call of Duty Rec League. I am Jake, joined by Gother today, where we got some Silver North mixed action. And, Goth, how you feeling today? It's going to be a good one.
I mean, this is definitely going to be a good one, Jake. We're kicking it off strong here. We got the side of Sasky in this hill, and they've got the spawns, they've got the hill, and see what they can do here.
Let's see what they can do, indeed. Obviously, they have that good side, but as Denver tries to sneak back on in, Jen and Co. are going to try to take that time. For me, it's been a minute since I've been on the map of MW2, but, still aware that everybody wants this P2 spawn.
Yeah, I mean, this map is all about rotating and just holding these hills from the power position. So if Sasky can hold this, they are setting themselves up for a lot of points.
Yeah, but Clutch Freak is kind of being a nuisance right now. It's going to be hyped, and I miss her trying to just lock down this green side area. But they do have some sort of contention coming in from that hedge side. There's just shots flying all over the place. Mr. Anderson gets cut down, but for now, it's going to be Jen and the Denver Surrender in that P2 time. They have somewhat of a lead here. Sasky most definitely going to want to break this sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because you don't really see a lot of teams hold this hill from that hedge's side, but Denver, I mean, they seem to be getting all of the kills right now. I miss are going to take out Clutch Freak there, excuse me. But, they've held this hill really, really well from the side of Sasky being at the top for pretty much the entire beginning of it.
Yeah, and you already see that Sasky is going to be forced to rotate, but they're fighting an uphill battle because Denver Surrender already here. Big kill out of I Miss Her. The trades do come through, so Sasky going to be locking down this new hill. But, like you said, totally agree with you there, Goth. You don't really see that hill being held like that. It seems like Sasky, they were so worried about that top side of that green area that once Denver hopped in that hill, it was just kind of too much to handle. You got to deal with too many angles now. Sasky, this is kind of their chance on this new hill, but Denver, they are already pinching on this P3.
Yeah, Denver collapsing right now. Sasky able to get 2 of the kills, but make that 3, make that all 4. So this is going to be a strong hold for the side of Sasky here. That should lock in about 20 more points and try to cut this deficit. I mean, I Miss Her locking down the middle of the map here.
Ooh, big kills out of Rock. I Miss Her was definitely an issue in that area. Sasky looking to kind of lock down this time, and they are doing so quite well. Mr. Anderson on a 3 streak so far, doing absolutely fantastic things. Sasky, and very quickly back into this, but, the big moment of the map right now is going to be this rotation to new, and it's going to be Rock and Jen trying to lock this down, but a lot of Sasky Shotgunners already in this hill.
Yeah, and this is one of the, I feel like in the beginning of the game, this hill was a lot more mixy, but now that teams have started to figure it out more and how to manipulate the spawns a little more, this can really become a money hill as well.
Absolutely, because, it's like they're either spawning 3 places, realistically. They're spawning blue, they're spawning hedges, or they're spawning, way, way out. And, kind of all of those are situations that you can deal with quite quickly. It's like, you turn one way, you turn the other way. You can most definitely figure it out. But the Sasky Shotgunners kind of getting cut down from the inside. Jen still here. And any points you get here if you're Denver Surrender is good time.
Yeah, I mean, Jen able to get a big 2 there to break into this hill and make that 3. So she's really been locking down this point herself. And it looks like they are still going to be trying on the side of Sasky, trying to hit that mid push, and they might be settling for just a straight up rotation here.
Yeah, and, it's kind of what you got to do sometimes, especially on a map like Mercado. It's like if you cannot find that first 30 seconds, it's just one of those things where you're kind of forced to give it up or else you're low-key trolling. But you see, it's kind of working in the favor of Sasky right now. They do have some semblance of a control here on this P5 area. But you see Denver, they are pinching in from all sides. And Jen, yet again, going to be that X factor. Picks up 1. The team nade is tough for the side of Denver. But Sasky still here. And it's going to be Snows all alone trying to put on in.
Yeah, holding on by a thread. They have 2 people in the hill right now, 2 people spawning out, but side of Denver here, they're just collapsing on this time, and yeah, it was just a matter of time before they got those kills and get inside the hill, and now it's up to number 7, really the only person in dark here, Mr. Anderson. Let's see what he can do. Yet able to get 1, so just kind of really even trades here for the side of Denver, but they're just sitting in this hill, soaking up more and more time and extending their lead.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing so far in this game, it looks like we got a very solid one ahead of us. Both of these teams kind of neck and neck so far. Yeah, Denver Surrender, they've kind of had that lead for a majority of the time, but I feel like that's kind of off of the back of that very good P2 rotation they had early on. Ever since then, it's kind of been trading back and forth. Sasky's able to pick up the scrap time, and I think the big difference maker here is going to be this P6 to P7 sort of time in this first rotation of hills. This is kind of the time for some of these teams to turn up when it matters most. This can really net you this map 1 win, and of course you want to start out on the right foot here in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the P2 D2 here. I mean, it's the same exact hill, just on top of the hill, on top of the building, and so far it's been kind of even split. They've kind of both been kind of just keeping each other out of this time, but Denver able to get some kills, get inside this hard point, and now all of a sudden number 7 and number 8 left alone here to try to maybe get some of these kills, but I think number 7 is going to get taken out by number 3. Actually able to get the timing and escape. So let's see if Sasky can break this.
Yeah, this is big time for Denver, buying them more time on that clock, and as well, you know, you're kind of leaning toward this P7 as well, this back RV area. You see a lot of Sasky Shotgunners over here. It's kind of all up to Clutch Freak to make something happen. The first blood does go their way, but they got 2 more ahead of them. It's going to be hyped, and I miss her. There's a second one on a 5 so far. One off at that. Cruise Missile isn't able to get it so far, but a perfect rotation out of Denver. This can really put things out of reach.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Number 7 still trying to do what he can from this locker side of the map, and sorry, excuse me, and Barber, and Sasky really just struggling to break here. Yeah, that's a big 2-piece out of the side of Clutch Freak there. The good news for Sasky is I guess you do have the back car side, but you're still getting picked apart.
Yeah, absolutely. This is big time for them. And, you know, the longer that Denver stay in this hill, the longer that Clutch Freak goes on this streak right now on an 8 so far with the cruise missile in the back pocket, the more dangerous this map 1 gets for Denver Surrender. And that's kind of the name of the game here on Mercado. Big 2-piece right there out of I Miss Her to kind of lock them out of that final, you know, couple seconds of the time. But you're unable to get that. But as I was saying, that's kind of the name of the game on Mercado. It's like, you go back and forth on those rotations, but once one of those teams gets, you know, a big, you know, P6 to P7, it's so hard to come back from that at times.
No, yeah, you're most definitely correct. I think right now Sasky just needs to try to stop the bleeding on this P1, and then maybe really lock down that P2 as the last chance to come back in this game. They're doing a pretty good job here of keeping Denver out of this P1, but you see number 1 wins a big one there, and all of a sudden it's Denver again having these spawns for P2.
Yeah, and I guess at this point, it's not a bad risk for Sasky. It's like you kind of have to get all of this time in order to win, so you might as well maybe give up those P2 spawns in favor of those P1 and try to fight on back in. But at this point, it's so very difficult to get on back in. You see Denver, they are ready for this new hill to pop. You got Rock locking down the top balcony area. You see Clutch Freak still frying over here, but they have that hedge side of the map. Big 3 down, but as long as Denver Surrender have that back alley spawn, it's going to be so tough to break.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Sasky did a really good job of preventing Denver from getting a lot of time in that P1 and really putting this game to bed. But Denver is picking up the kills here in this P2, and it's kind of the same story as the first rotation where they're just locking down this time, and if Sasky can't break, this could be the end of the game.
223 to 126, a 100-point lead now for the Denver Surrender, and nobody really going crazy here. We saw Clutch Freak go on that 8 streak. We saw Rock 24 and 15, both of them frying, everybody doing their part. They're reading the spawns. Only one more chance for the Denver Surrender to break here, and if this ends like this would be a great start to the playoffs for the Denver Surrender.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to get the kills. Sasky just able to break in, but let's look at this rotation here. On the side of Sasky, they do spawn new, so this game is not over yet, but number 1 able to get a big kill, but Sasky, you know, they're locking down this rotation so far.
Yeah, they absolutely are. You know, Mercado, people talk about it. It's the one map you can make those crazy comebacks on if, you know, some things just do not go your way for the team that's in the lead. But player 4 making a big play right here is able to break on in. That's going to be Jen. Able to get that first blood. Mr. Anderson is able to drop on in, but that might be able to do it. Clutch Freak with the cruise missile kill. One more contest from I Miss Her, and that's going to do it. Denver Surrender with the win here in the map 1, 250 to 145. An absolutely fantastic performance from them, and in my opinion, it was off the back of some fantastic teamwork, and you love to see that in the mixed division.
Yeah, I mean, great teamwork on the side of
Back
Denver
everybody
there.
to the Call of Duty Rec League. Here we are, map 2. We got Jen with the sniper in hand, but the pick goes the way of Screech. Big first blood for Sasky Shotgunners. Denver surrender up 1-0. Sasky, of course, looking to bounce back here.
And Mr. Anderson on the other site B gets a crucial pick that is bombed down. I don't think he realizes it, but able to get another one here. So all of a sudden, it's Rock left in a 1 versus 4 with bomb down. Is Mr. Anderson going to see him kitchen here?
Not sure. Rock has quite the hill to climb here. Put some shots into Mr. Anderson. Big kill, but the snipe comes in. Sasky Shotgunners able to win round 1. And, you know, that's kind of what they needed there. After a big hardpoint win from the side of Denver Surrender in the map 1, you want a quick round 1 to get your footing here from the side of Sasky.
Yeah, and, I mean, Mr. Anderson played that near perfectly. Does get taken out at the end, but really does his job inside that B site.
He was looking like you out there, Goth, in the snake pit, going crazy.
I love that.
Absolutely. All right, back here. Round 2, Denver Surrender. See what they can do to maybe get a first blood here. Offense, not always the easiest on Hotel, so let's see if anybody's got the snipe in hand. There goes the stun through the door, but the snipe misses. Screech going to be watching it as well. Isn't able to take down Snows there, but Clutch Freak does end up getting the first blood. Trades come through, and look at player 8 moving.
Does take her out. Wow, that was a great shot out of Screech, and let's see, does Mr. Anderson, he does have bomb here, so he's kind of in a really pushed up position with bomb, trying to work his way back toward that A site. Does see Screech shooting, can't pick him though, but I mean, I think Mr. Anderson's moving a little too slow with this bomb.
Yeah, I mean, 1v3 scenario, you know, get that bomb down, everything's safe. Big kill out of Rock right there, Screech. Misses that snipe, but the bomb will be going down now. Rock might be able to spot him if he does, but no. Rock is able to miss her. Goes crazy, and now it might be a 1v1, but Sasky able to pick up the round win. That got a little mixier than it needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I miss her rushing straight at him there. Worked out to be a little funny, but does end up getting the kill in the end, so now on a 3 streak here. We'll see if he can, you know, end up turning this into streaks.
Yeah,
I was curious. 2-0 lead for the side of Sasky too.
I was curious as well. Like, where's I miss her going there? It's like you can just chill out in the bed, no need to go crazy. But they get the round win anyway, no big deal. I miss her, like you said, on a 3 streak. Might be able to get a cruise missile if we do get to that point. Need 3 more, but let's go on board with the Denver Surrender. See what they're doing this time around. They need to get one on the board. The first one's always the hardest.
Yeah, Clutch Freak pulling out the sniper now instead of Jen, so maybe they talked about that in between rounds. Screech gets a hit marker there, so Clutch Freak just escapes with his life. So this is going to be a kind of a staggered A push now that they've them up. This would be a big first blood. Screech ended up taking him out again. I mean, he's really been great with the sniper first bloods.
Screech being the difference maker with that raid camo, and it looks great on the SPX as well, so shout out that. Player 4 might be able to get something going. Rock is able to pick up Hyped. Now, you might be able to move over toward that kitchen side of the map, but you do have to get through Mr. Anderson, who was locking it down last time around. As Mr. Anderson jumps off, though, Jen's able to sneak on in.
And Jen, yeah, going for this insta-plant. I don't think Mr. Anderson realizes it yet, but he might catch some great timing on her. Looks like she is going to get out with her life. Her teammates near her, so we'll see what they can do. You know, they need to get these really crucial entry kills. Mr. Anderson does get taken out. But number 5 going on that long pinch, so we'll see how this develops.
I miss her in a big 1v1 scenario. The shots do not connect from the side of Snows. She got Screech behind her, but the pistol's there as well, doing a great job of staying alive and, you know, just buying time because they don't have much time to work with. And I think Jen gets stuck. She does.
Oh, that's tough, but I mean, Snows just needs to stay alive, get that 1 kill.
Oh, no!
Oh, he didn't get it! He didn't get it!
I miss her, run away! You're on a 5 streak! You gotta save that streak! He does, but wow!
It
all the way.
Falls apart for Sasky. That's a great 2v3 there from Denver to get him back into this, but if you're the side of Sasky, I mean, I guess, you know, you do have a player on a 5 streak, but he has to play for these streaks now.
Absolutely. That's kind of the contingency. It's like, okay, if you're not going to get the bomb defused, you got to get these streaks because, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like you can't find the bomb. You go all the way around. You waste about 1 second, and hey, it happens to all of us from time to time, and there it does happen into I Miss Her. But you're still up 2-1. Denver Surrender get one on the board, and they just did such a great job of working in that kitchen side area, taking their time, playing the time, and they're able to take that one home. But let's see who the first blood goes to this time because, you know, it's another A hit for both of these teams.
Yeah, and Denver playing this a lot more aggressive A. You know, they're really packed tight inside this bedroom, leaving Rock over at B by himself. But I miss her. I think he's just really trying to get this pick here because he knows that he made a little bit of a blunder last round.
Big kill right
Does
there.
get the streak. Okay, I
And
mean,
another one.
Screech, another snipe from him. So the response is beautiful from the side of Sasky. Let's see if they can close this one out.
Absolutely. You got Jen and Rock left alive. That bomb's going down quickly, so Denver Surrender are going to have to move. But there's not much to work with. Rock with a big nade and finds another one onto I Miss Her as well. This could be collapsing quicker than we expected.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Sasky does have this bomb down, so there's a little bit of urgency from the side of Denver here, but this could get mixy. It looks like Jen
Ooh.
wants to just hop it here. Are they going to check?
I'm not sure they will. You see Screech running through, gets the
Screech
snipe, big
does
shot.
get them.
Still 17 seconds left to go, so this is not over yet. Screech is going to run away, but don't run too far, Screech. Rock can still hop on that bomb, but Rock not going to do so. Not enough time on the board to get that defuse and put another one on the board for Sasky Shotgunners. They got a cruise missile, and they got a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, so, I mean, what looked like an unlosable situation gets really mixy there from the side of Sasky, but they're able to clutch on up and take the round in the end, so they do get that streak. And I'm looking for the side of Denver. You know, they need another one of those, you know, big rounds here if they want to keep this game close.
Yeah, absolutely. Rock on a 4 streak as well, so you could get a cruise missile of your own. Rock playing fantastic so far, by the way. 7-3 so far, doing some great things for the team. And, you know, you are going to want to play for those streaks. And while a cruise missile isn't so impactful on a map like Hotel, it is impactful in the Search and Destroy game mode just because you get so much information. Wow.
Yeah, and you know, the really good players know how to bang it off that wall if they're planting A, and you know, sometimes you can pick them. It can not get blocked by the trophy.
Absolutely. And the bomb does go down quite swiftly. And Sasky Shotgunners, they're going to have to be quick to react. Rock is able to pick up Screech, picks up another one as well. That's the cruise missile. 9-3 so far. 29 seconds left to go. Don't overheat, though. 3v2 scenario. Sasky trying to clutch up here.
Rock going big when it matters most, putting the team on his back here. Clutch Freak is going to get taken out, but there's still 17 seconds left. Snows needs to stay alive. I think, you know, she realizes that. So it looks like Hype going to hop on this bomb. Snow gets taken out. I mean, this could get really mixy. All of a sudden, Jen left in 1v2, and Sasky going to clutch that one out. That was a beautiful play by them. And I think, what happened to Rock? Where did he die exactly?
I'd have to re-see it. All I know is Mr. Anderson gets a big kill onto Snows in tunnel with the Vaz in hand. You see how far back Snows is in that tunnel side area, but Mr. Anderson must have hit some clean shots because that's a tough fight to win with the Vaznev in hand. Oh, Rock gets wall banged top bed, and that kind of opens things up to allow Mr. Anderson to jump on that bomb. And, you know, that's kind of the double-edged sword when you plant that bomb like that. It's like, yeah, if you plant the bomb A, you can most definitely take that bedroom control, but if it's planted for D1 and D2, you almost got no checks on it.
Yeah, was planted in a really tricky spot there for that bed control, but you know, we'll see. Denver needs to respond here. Going down 5-1 would be catastrophic, but we get a series of quick trades. Clutch Freak takes out I Miss Her, and Hyped takes him out. So we'll see. I mean, it looks like the side of Sasky, they're just backing up here. Rock might not read this. He might get the timing. We'll see.
Well, Mr. Anderson sees Rock cross to dub arches, so now it's kind of a waiting game here. They're waiting for each other, but Rock making sure they don't rotate back to B, which is a great play here because that's definitely on the cards. You see the Sasky Shotgunners moving around. They're kind of shifting, but as I say that, Mr. Anderson does find his way to this bottom cube area, but Snow is able to get a big blood right there. Now a 3v2 situation. This is kind of a must-win for Denver.
Yeah, they have to win this one. The good news is bomb is not planted for the side of Sasky here, so this is going to be a difficult one for them, but If Hyped can get this pick or Screech, he might get it, and they are, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2, 15 seconds left. Jen is still this long. Is she going to be able to kill Planner? She sees his foot. You have to go for this.
Big.
Nice.
She is able
Great
to
win out of
find
the
it.
side of Denver there.
Yeah, and you know, they find both of those kills. They have those players trapped toward that bomb site. Hyped is, I'm not sure exactly where Hyped is. I think he's D1, so the pinch is coming in no matter what. And you win that must win. You still have a cruise missile in your back pocket. A cruise missile for both teams here. I'm interested to see how these teams opt to use it. I don't know. I think the play might be to go B and try to insta-pop it to try to catch a rotator maybe, because there's really, I mean, yeah, you can bang it off the wall for that A plant, but the timing is just so awkward for that. I feel like it's kind of weird here. Rock 10 and 4 so far, and he's moving quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Rock really doing his thing in this map, and I think from the side of Sasky, Screech has his sniper picks, again, he gets one, have been really vital to their game, so I don't really understand from the side of Denver why you keep forcing this A agenda when Screech is playing there with a sniper, you know,
Ooh.
getting these crucial picks. Mr. Anderson able to take out Rock, so Rock overheated a little bit again. All of a sudden, it's the side of Denver left in a 2v4 here, and Screech has bomb on lock.
Yeah, and I like what you said there, Goth. There's been 6 rounds so far. This is the 7th round, and there have been 7 A pushes. There has been a B plant, but it wasn't necessarily like a B push. It was more of like a mid-round adjustment. And me personally, I love that B bomb site because, you know, it kind of just it makes the team think a little more because, you know, if you're just pushing out and Snows doesn't know Screech is here, they are able to find that kill. So 2v2 scenario, but you don't have much time to work with. Kind of an awkward spot right here on the map. Another big kill for Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, he gets a big one there. It looks like they are going to get this bomb down. Snows needs to get off bomb fast. Mr. Anderson pinching mid. I think he did see her, but I don't know if he got the timing. She does get pinched and just can't do it there. Sasky extending this lead to 5-2. And really Rock doing his thing, but the rest of Denver struggling.
Yeah, they're going to wait for this Deddy. And just a couple of these mid-round adjustments just not going their way. Sasky Shotgunners just having a great game from top to bottom. You see Screech, I Miss Her, and Mr. Anderson all positive 2 or 3 kills. 3 or 4 kills, sorry. And, you know, when everybody's frying like that in the search and destroy, it can just be so hard to shut down. You know, we're seeing a lot of straight up pushes like we were bringing up there for a minute. And now at the 5-2 point of the game, Sasky within 1 round of evening the series here at 1. And I mean, if you go down 2-0 in a 5-game series in quarterfinals of the CRL mixed playoffs, it's so hard to make that reverse sweep happen. So this is kind of a must-win map for Sasky.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming out playing really, really strong here. And I think this is a statement game. That hard point, that map 1 was a little shaky from the side of them. You know, they struggled really from the early onset. And this S&D, though, they've been spectacular.
Snows gets traded out. Now it's going to be Rock left all alone. But the guy is able to find both of them. Wow, 12 and 5 for Rock so far. Absolutely putting on for Denver. The Cruise gets called in as well from I Miss Her. So now a 1v2 scenario. You do have the information, but I'm sure Denver have some semblance of knowledge of where I Miss Her is. Might find a bad timing on Jen as well. Jen in a very awkward position. Gets spotted as well.
Timing.
Now 1v1.
1v1 here. Rock been the absolute hero for the side of Denver here. Can he do it again and win this 1v1 against I Miss Her? I don't know if he saw him there, but he's playing the long pinch. I Miss Her's not going to hear him. But did Rock hear that? I don't think he did.
Have to
come back to this bomb site.
Oh, big kill out of Rock right there, keeping the Denver surrender alive. I'm pretty sure Rock did catch I Miss Her on that push through to Freezer because Rock just tries to chase him on down. 13 and 5 now for Rock, 1,300 damage. I mean, if they bring this back to 5-5, that's a masterclass.
Yeah, I mean, he is absolutely doing his thing there. I would have liked to see I Miss Her. He got that bomb, and I think he might have been able to actually get out to A and get it down. But unfortunately, Rap's back. Obviously, we know more than he does.
Whoa.
But you know, we'll see what I want to see what Denver does on offense here. Looks like they might be going for this B push, but they're sending the bomb carrier late to A to throw some util. I like this. See, this is exactly what we were talking about, Jake. They're switching it up.
Yeah, and they
And
got to
we'll see
move
if Mr.
quick.
Anderson can stop them.
They got to move quick because it's Mr. Anderson versus the world here, and the longer they wait, the more reinforcements they will find. Snows needs to get in here real quick. Throws the shoulder, the big kill onto Mr. Anderson right there. One more here, though. It's going to be Hyped. The slide is good.
Oh,
She hops on that
no.
bomb, but Hyped is going to run away. 3v3 situation. They need to close these doors.
Yeah, and number 5 playing it still really patient at A, but they're struggling to get this bomb down, and I think that they're playing a little musical doors here where they're just going back and forth, opening and closing them. So I'd like to actually see them rotate out here. I think rotating out would be a really good play, but they're going to go for the plant. It looks like
Sasky's rotating out.
Too. Oh, wow, Sasky didn't see anything, and now they'll kind of be perplexed here as to why this bomb's going down B.
That's got to be a miscomm, right? Like, there's no way Sasky's just leaving the B bomb site for no reason. Somebody must have thought they heard something. Clutch might be able to get a pick onto Hyped. Does right there. The door is still getting opened and closed. Jen on the site all alone. Needs the help of Clutch Freak. Big one kill. It's going to be a 1v1. Screech versus Rock.
Screech has the sniper.
He does. 16 seconds left to go. Jen's got a snake.
Doing it all game. If she stands up, she might be dead here. Oh, she's playing this so well. Gonna hit the slippery snakes and win it for her team. Jen goes absolutely massive there, extending this, closing this gap between Denver and Sasky.
And this is where things start to get a little bit worrisome if you are the Sasky Shotgunners. Now it's a 5-4 game. Both of these teams, you know, this is kind of anybody's game here. One round. And I mean, Sasky's feeling a little bit nervous, no doubt about it. They most definitely already are, especially.
Does Rock still have his cruise?
Let's check. He sure does. I would use it now.
You gotta think you have to use it this round. You know, any round could be the last. Saving it for round 11, that's not guaranteed, is a bold strategy.
It is a bold strategy. We're seeing an A push from the side of the Sasky Shotgunners. Screech, you know, for the bloodline of the Sasky Shotgunners, he kind of needs to get a first blood here. They need that first blood, and he is able to find it. Oh, the cruise missile's gone. They're trying to get this bomb down, but Snows is watching the cross.
Clutch Freak, is he able to gets taken out as well? I mean, this is just a clinical round from the side of Sasky here, but hold on a second. Snows is able to get one. Make that 2. Bomb is still not planted, by the way. All of a sudden, this round has been flipped on its head as Mr. Anderson finally going to decide to put this one down. But, oh my gosh, Jake, what are we witnessing?
I'm not sure just yet. They have the cross toward that bedside. The shots are so good. Do they have nades in their back pocket? They don't. Player 6, he's at that luggage side area. Sees Jen. 100 health.
Does get taken out, though. Snows left alone here. She would have to ace this round to win it. Is going to take out Mr. Anderson. There's still plenty of time to do this. Hyped, getting antsy. Hyped wants to check this. Is Snows going to be able to get him? She sees him.
Those wall bangs are so there, but they don't find the kill. The Sasky Shotgunners come out on top. I don't know how much damage Snows did to Hyped right there, but it must have been a metric ton, because that was so many bullets. Look at how many hit markers come through here, but Hyped is able to make it happen with the good straight. Here with Ella CeeLo control, everybody. Going to be an absolutely fantastic one. Series tied at 1 here. Sasky Shotgunners with an absolutely banger search and destroy victory over the Denver Surrender, who were on the comeback. And now Ella CeeLo control. It's a swing game mode. This is anybody's game, and you know you want to go up 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a great would be a great win for both of these teams. And looks like Denver gonna be on this B point, just slowly capturing it. They almost are to 1 tick here, and Sasky trying to respond, but Jen almost able to get 2 big ones. Looks like Sasky's able to stop that first tick from going in. So
yeah, but they spawned so far away. I'm not sure exactly why, but they spawned bottom war zone, and now Denver Surrender can make their way over to that A site. You got 2 players already there. It's going to be Rock and Jen at that pallet side area. The sound who comes on in. Rock with a big 2 kills, 2 HP left. And now it's already 1 tick on the board for Denver Surrender. Things already getting dangerous if you're Sasky Shotgunners. Denver Surrender looking to stay dominant in the respawn game modes.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get this A point. And the side of Sasky, they're spawning at this B side, but they have nobody pushed up soccer field. This can be a problem because if Denver get these rotational kills, which that's a big team kill there for the side of Denver. But if Denver would have gotten those rotational kills, you know, could have gotten a little mixy with nobody on Sasky pushed up to block that white smoke.
Ooh. Snows is able to pick up one, but yeah, like you said, Denver Surrender, not a lot of map control here. They do have kind of that Keg Alley side of the map, and you see Rock trying to just put in some shots down range here. Jen is able to get an opener, but now Denver Surrender life count is tied. They are making some progression here on the map. One big kill, and that can kind of open everything up, but I miss her playing a huge part into keeping the Sasky Shotgunners alive here. But as he falls to go down, now Clutch Freak is going pounce. You do have Hyped on the pinch. Now you're far away if you're Sasky. It sure is.
Yeah, this is getting scary. I mean, they're going to tick this up really, really fast here. And Sasky, this next set of gunfights is huge. They're not able to take out Clutch Freak. I miss are going to be the closest one here in Closet. Chow's out, gets taken out though. And it looks like Denver, yeah, that was just a beautiful round there. They kind of started with a B push. It didn't really work out, so they transitioned to A really quickly and capped it, and then went back to B and kind of headbutted their way into the point and got a 4-wipe and capped.
Yeah, the Denver Surrender, they were like a swarm of flies. They kept on slapping and slapping, but Sasky Shotgunners, they kept on swatting. But at some point, it just became too many flies. Sasky Shotgunners, they ran out of fly swatter room, and the Denver Surrender come out on top as Sasky Shotgunners go to back to their spawn to maybe get a new fly swatter, but it was too late. Denver Surrender now up 1-0. Sasky Shotgunners looking to even the odds here, but we know that Ellis Hilo Control is normally a pretty defensive-sided map.
Yeah, it is, and Sasky getting some big kills here, to kick us off here, and looking to get onto this A point. We'll see what they can do. Hyped isn't able to get any top lockers, but they are in this A point. It is getting ticked down, and looks like we're having kind of a mini battle between Screech and some of the players on Denver over at this B site, which is just attracting attention away and letting them tick away at this A point, and they're gonna get the kills.
I miss her with a huge kill onto Jen right there. If Jen's able to find that, they might be able to stop that push, but the push, or the effort is futile. Sasky Shotgunners, they find that A point, and they find it quite swiftly, might I add. 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock, but Snows still being a problem over here at the A position. And now if you're Sasky, you just want that map control to stay in your favor. The farther you get pushed back into your spawn, the more difficult this becomes.
Yeah, Clutch Freak laying down here playing patient, wants to really get this blood. Meanwhile, the side of Sasky, they're just working that closet and bottom lockers side of the map. Jen gets a huge one there. Hopping Daddy, let's see, is Hype gonna get taken out? Jen gets 2 big ones in lockers, but Screech has worked up this right side of the map. Let's see if he gets taken out here. It looks like Jen's opting to really push all the way around kegs and get some rotational kills here, and that's a 3 down from Denver. Make that 4 down, so that's really gonna put a damper on things for Sasky. They need to speed it up a little bit here.
Yeah, now they're so far back in their spawn. Jen's 2 off of a cruise missile, and there's the 5, so now only 1 away. The life count is dwindling for the side of Sasky Shotgunners. You still have 15 to work with, so you just got to take your time, make your way out of the spawn, but now you got a cruise missile to work with. Rock is still down here as well, and the kills keep on coming through for Denver, and that's kind of what I was talking about there, Goth. It's like, you know, it was kind of neck and neck there for a second, but Denver Surrender, they slowly but surely kind of dampened the push of the Sasky Shotgunners, and it ended up to a point where, you know, Sasky Shotgunners are in their spawn, and once you're there, it is so hard to fight your way out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 26-24 for the side of Sasky after capping that A point, and since then it's now 20-6. So Denver, I mean, the kill feed's been nothing but red really since they capped that A point, as they're able to fend off here and take a really strong 2-0 lead to this control.
I like that life count call, Goth. It really puts things into perspective, because now we're 19-4, and now Rock has a cruise missile. This might be a quick game of control, Goth. It's 2 cruise missiles for the side of Denver, and, you know, this round is most definitely over. Sasky Shotgunners cannot make it to the side of that B site, and now, you know, Denver Surrender,
a lot more difficult.
Absolutely. They're up 3 ticks. They're on the offensive end. And, you know, we see our fair share of control reverse sweeps, but it's an uphill battle for sure from Sasky. They're going to have a really good round.
Yeah, I mean, So I think you have to get them to at least waste one of the streaks in this round while winning it. So, but you know, like we said, this map usually is a very defensive-heavy map. So Sasky on defense here. So if they can, you know, just have a really strong showing, they can kind of kickstart this comeback, and we'll see what they can do.
Snow's one off of a streak as well. It might be 3 cruise missiles. There it
Oh,
is.
it is gonna be.
That's a problem. That's
Yeah,
a
this is going to be
problem.
very, very, very tough here because anytime Denver's in sort of a bad position, which so far they're not in this round, quick ticks onto A. But if they ever find themselves in a tough position, they can just use 1, maybe even 2 of the cruises and bail themselves out of it. Screech with a big 2, almost 3, but they're just, the trades aren't going in their way, and they're kind of slowly ticking away at this point here. And Clutch Freak on a 7. Rock on a 7, kind of just absolutely slaying out Sasky here. Sasky forced to retreat to this B bomb, or this B control point. Excuse me.
Yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock. This is kind of looking how, oh, big kill out of Mr. Anderson there. So that does kind of put a spark plug into the Sasky Shotgunners for a moment. Snow's here in the middle of the map, just playing her map control. And that's kind of the name of the game here on El Asilo, is that map control. I already touched on it a little bit, but if you can just kind of stay a nuisance on the map and make it so, just to allow the rest of your teammates to get out of the spawn, it just becomes so easy. You find that first blood, and Snows is playing this so good as well. If her teammates can stay up here, she can find 1 or 2 and really open up this B site.
Yeah, she's gonna get this kid top AC. Does she see the kid to her left? She does. Hyped. Not unable to take him out, and Mr. Anderson alive, kind of gets that kill and kind of stops the bleeding here. But Jen with quick transition here, looking to take out I Miss Her on this yellow truck area, and her teammates should be starting to cap this momentarily. They are. This is kind of a tough spot for Sasky.
Oh, big nades, though. Big nade and big kill out of Screech right there. They're not done yet, though. Minute 14 left on the clock, and Denver still has life control in their favor. Big 2 kills from them. Clutch Freak, 18 and 10, looking to apply some pressure as well. Mr. Anderson is able to pick up Snows off of that point, but Clutch Freak still lingering around. Another big kill out of him. Hyped is able to clean him up, and that's a full wipe from Sasky effectively. Now you get to reset a little bit. Snows is still here and finds a big kill onto Hyped right there. I
think if I'm Denver here, I just pop one of the cruises. You have 3 of them, so like, if you get this kill on Anderson, I would insta-pop one now. It gets rid of the kid pushed up to the right. It at least scares the 2 kids back Warzone, and can really put yourselves in a position to advance onto this B point.
I would pop it right now, Goth. You pick up 2. You might be able to pick up a 3rd. Oh, player 5... is he able to pick up Snows? A Clutch Freak finding those big kills in the back. Got to stack that point. Word to Jim. 37 seconds left on the clock. You only have 6 lives left to work with. Make it 5. Another tick on that B point. A little bit of time away from making this a 3-0 control win. And there it is. The Denver surrender in a very quick fashion. Close out the control 3-0 to go up 2-0. Or 2-1 in the series. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, did they even use one of their 3 streaks? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did.
They were just that confident. You know, they wanted
Back,
to
everybody. Here we are, Greenberg Hotel, map 4. Denver surrender up 2-1 here. This is for all the marbles for both of these teams. Not necessarily game 5 just yet, but I mean, if Denver win, they're moving on. If Sasky lose, they are out of the playoff contention, and you can already see them. They're having a rough start to the game. Denver surrender looking great on the respawns per usual.
Yeah, I mean, they're picking up 20-plus seconds here on P1, which is always a great start to this game, and they're getting these kills, trying to flip these spawns, which they're going to do. Sasky now spawning in kitchen, so this might be worst-case scenario. Sasky, though, are able to get a couple of kills and should secure this last about 15 seconds here, which isn't the worst thing, but they really need to get into this lobby area and start this push into P2.
I definitely agree with you there, Goth. This is somewhat of a nightmare scenario. It's not as bad as it could be, but Denver surrender. They get that early rotation to the P2 after starting off on the bad side of the map. You do have player 3 going around the back. Let's see what Mr. Anderson can do. Kind of the X factor for this team so far. Playing his time, taking his long stroll around the back of the map, waiting for his teammates to maybe get a couple kills, but Screech with a big one right there. It's Rock all alone on the point.
Yeah, Rock left alone here. Does get taken out by Mr. Anderson, who was the one who took that really long route all the way through Spa. So this was a crucial break when they really needed it. But they're kind of looking at the wrong area. Looks like Miss Anderson is going to take out him there. A rock, last alive, does get taken out, so they're holding on for now, and if they hold the rest of this time, they should be taking the lead here. But once again, Denver on that rotation into this kitchen hill, which I would say is probably the biggest money hill in this game, or in this map especially.
Snows playing for that scrap time, isn't able to get that final 15. You see the rest of the Sasky Shotgunners on the move toward this new hill, but two of the kills going the way of the Denver Surrender. It's going to be Mr. Anderson here, kind of all alone, waiting for the rest of his teammates to kind of get across the map, just playing that lurker role currently. Doesn't find that kill onto Rock. Big kill out of Rock right there. Wow. It is going to be 2 down for the Sasky Shotgunners right there. They're going to be pushing in through this restaurant side, and it's only Jen to shut this down.
Yeah, Jen alone on the point here until Rock gets inside with her. Does get taken out there. They're both getting taken out, so that's a big break from the side of Sasky here. This is exactly what you want to see. They're able to break into this P3 very early and looking to just maybe take a 30-point lead here as Denver's going to hit this one more time, but maybe starting to think about this rotation if these kills don't go their way.
Player 3 kind of spawns on that new hill, so this is not a good spot for the Denver Surrender. They are able to find this final 15, and they are not, as I say that, Mr. Anderson with a big kill to find that last 15. Denver Surrender on the back foot here for most of this game so far, 75 to 61. They had that early start that was fantastic, but now they're kind of pinched into this P4. They have that early rotation, but now they got to get the kills behind it. Jen, though, kind of bails them out. Big two-piece. Mr. Anderson all alone. Sasky Shotgunners going to be coming up off spawn.
Yeah, so Denver getting some much-needed time here in this Lamps hardpoint, this D1 and D2 hardpoint, able to get these kills. That's, this kill feed's been red. They're on a combined 6 streak here, so Jen really just locking down this hardpoint as Mr. Anderson does get a spawn in the back, so we'll see what he can do. Able to pick up one. Meanwhile, Screech pushes through that statue side with I Miss Her, and they get a Jen on time. So that was just a good break, kind of an unlucky spawn there for the side of well, lucky for the side of Sasky, but unlucky for the side of Denver that Mr. Anderson was able to get a free pinch.
Yeah, I don't know how Mr. Anderson spawns there. They are able to find that final 15, so Denver Surrender going to take somewhat of a lead here. Screech, though, already with a cruise missile in hand. Denver, they do have players on this hill, though. It's going to be Rock with 4 seconds left to go. Got to find some couple kills around him, and we've seen him do that from time to time. Another big kill from the side of Clutch Freak as well. It's going to be Screech in that kitchen side area, influencing those spawns, but the real X factor here is Hype. He's got a good pinch, and he's got to get a couple kills behind it.
And he does. I mean, just another great, another great break from the side of Sasky there, who's down about 20 points now. And they should know where the side of Denver's spawning, so we'll see if they can hold on to this hard point. Mr. Anderson gets a big kill there. Screech with another big one on a 6 streak. He does get a streak, which can be really beneficial for this next hard point, which is on the plat. But so far, this has just been a great hold from the side of Sasky. Let's see if they can get this final, 30 seconds.
That would be big for them, no doubt about it. They are locking this down. They do have Snows at that new hill. She's going to be holding that down, but it's going to be Mr. Anderson here to maybe quickly, try to shut this down. Player 1 and Screech playing for that final scrap time on a 9 as well, 17-5. Kind of a sleeper, 17-5. I was unaware of that until this very moment. 1 minute and 30 seconds on that hill as well. Denver, though, only up 20 points without the rotation to this new hill. Screech, got to keep it up. Might want to call this cruise in now.
Yeah, this would be a great time to call it in. His teammate does get the kill top bed, but unfortunately he gets taken out, so he's going to have to wait a sec to call that in. I would assume he is going to call it in, though. We'll see. Yeah, he does. Okay, so he's going to try to maybe bang it off the wall here to get this player. Which doesn't take him out. He's on the opposite side there, which is just fortunate for the side of Denver, as they're just extending this lead to another 20 points. So really, they've done a really good job of getting some much-needed time at this Plat Hill.
Snow still staying alive here as well. Gonna dive on through. Hype trying to find her, but unable to do so. This final 15 going the way of Denver Surrender. And I feel like with the way this game has been going, you would expect Sasky Shotgunners to be out front here in the lead, but Denver Surrender, they've just done such a great job of kind of playing together, playing the time that they need, and just finding 160 seconds seemingly out of the blue. They've had a couple of good rotations. They've had a couple of good breaks, but Sasky's been looking good so far. Denver, though, they cannot be shut down. Sasky with that rotation to P2, but for now, Denver, they're here on P1.
Yeah, Screech doing his best, but Denver, they're just getting these kills, extending this lead even more. And this is kind of call back to the first P1 on this map where Denver got a lot of points here and kind of were able to get off to an early head start here that has kind of held them in the lead this entire game so far.
Yeah, and now is Sasky's chance to maybe push through here and find their way to this P2, and it seems to be what they are doing. Mr. Anderson is able to pick up Clutch Freak. Him and Screech going to be here trying to fight for this new hill. Jen looking to make her way to the back. How many can she find? Doing a great job of playing the corner from Mr. Anderson right there. Now going to be in such a dangerous position here at this back spot area. Gonna collapse right here. Not able to find anything though. Screech with a crazy three-piece. Staying, keeping the Denver Surrender alive, and this is time that they need.
Yeah, absolutely frying Screech. Able to get another one. You know, just staying alive here in this luggage side of the map. Does get taken out though. Snows with a big entry two-piece there. Let's see if they can take out this last player on hill, which is Hype. They cannot. He stays alive. Mr. Anderson in for reinforcement, and Screech. Big nades out of the side of Sasky here as Denver's just kind of struggling to sort of get any time on this P2.
Back and forth, the pendulum swings. That's the clearance they needed. I miss her. Still going to hit this one more time. Able to find that kill. You see Sasky Shotgunners. They're spawning back spa. This is a big fight for new, and Clutch Freak able to pick that up. Now it's going to be Denver Surrender on the good side of this rotation, and Sasky Shotgunners, they are reeling right now. Down 20 points around, about to be around 14. So this is a big time. You said this was a money hill before we started here, Goth. Let's see if Denver Surrender can turn it into some good time. They could win it right here.
Yeah, they absolutely can. I mean, if they can hold all of this time, which they started off with a big two-piece rock and Clutch Freak getting to there. Mr. Anderson and Screech, though, answering right back as they're trying to break into this hard point. So they're kind of just picking them off from afar and waiting to collapse. Did he stick him?
He did.
Wow, so this should be crucial for the break here. And it looks like Sasky is going to break in with about 30 seconds left. Mr. Anderson going huge, taking out his teammate with, I don't even know what that was.
Fire extinguisher or something. I don't know what's going on the map. There's just exploding items just all over the place. Hyped with a big kill. Snows actually found a big two-piece to open things up right there. And it was, big two-piece out of rock as well. You know, any sort of time you get here for the Denver Surrender just extends your lead closer and closer to that 250 mark. We see player 8, Clutch Freak, fighting for this new hill, able to find one. Jen has snuck her way onto the point. Mr. Anderson doing a great job of playing his life. And Sasky is going to be in control for the time being, but it seems like it's only a matter of time before Denver Surrender break on in. Time and time again, it's been such a battle. These Vaznevs are shooting, and they're 15 seconds away from victory. Sasky gonna have to make the comeback.
Yeah, I mean, so far these kills in this P4 here have been super, super back and forth with Sasky kind of just barely hanging on. It looks like off the back of that nade, Denver might be trying to push. They're going to get 2. They're going to get 3. Hype, last alive, trying to pinch, should get taken out. It does able to get 1, but, you know, this is looking like it's going to be a Denver 3-1 win here.
5 seconds left to go. I Misser's the only one in range to contest. He has Hype to help him out. 10 seconds left to go on the clock. 3 seconds for Denver Surrender to maybe take this home. Can Snows find the kill? You can still win it here, and they find it. Does that give them the tick? It will. The Denver Surrender take home the map and close it out in a 3-1 fashion, winning the final hard point, 250 to 201. What a series, Goth.
Yeah, I mean, great respawns out of the side of Denver. They win all 3 of them. I miss her. If they're just able to